Hey, how is everybody now that the movie is out? Well, at least it's the pre-order digital part of the pre-order is out for the Kickstarter backers and the Indiegogo backers. Uh, the Blu-rays will be out sometime this summer, so no worries there. But yeah, finally, you guys get to see. You got your code. You're on Vimeo now. For whatever reason, if you did not get your code, just make sure that you have access to the email that you use to sign up with Indiegogo and Kickstarter on, because that's the only email that we have. So we made the list, we sent it out to the people, and that's where you get your codes. So if you never use that email anymore, and that's the one that you use to sign up for those for the crowdsourcing, check it, because that's where it is. Also check your spam folders, because there's been lots of people that it'll end up in the spam folders, because sometimes that happens with email blasts. Your whatever will block it and put it in the spam folder. But everyone's code was sent out. Even if you ordered just the Blu-ray, you got a code you get a free digital code. So it's on Vimeo. You gotta have an account. And yeah, there you go. It's for you guys to check out. Now, I've seen a lot of the comments so far through Twitter, especially some Facebook, but especially Twitter, and actually on the page itself. And man, overwhelmingly positive, and I do appreciate that. I've been reading your comments, and that's one of the big reasons I'm actually making this video, so I can kind of just mass say in a video to everybody. We do appreciate it so very, very much. You know, a lot of sacrifices were made on this movie by myself and others. Jay, Rob, they gave so much, and this was something that we put a lot of passion into. Love it or hate it, you'll never be able to say that we did not give 110% at every moment that we could. I mean, if we didn't give 110%, if I wasn't sitting here thinking, no, this could be better, and this could be better, and this could be better throughout the last year, it would have been out last year. But I felt that there were things that could be improved upon through reshoots, which cost time and money, and just editing tweaks and pickup shots, and just various things like that I knew we could make it better. So you'll never be able to say in a million years that this was not put together with as much passion and ability, to the extent of our abilities that we have, as humanly possible. But with that said, it seems like everybody out there pretty much enjoys it, and that's really awesome to see, because as I said, with all this stuff that we went into making this thing, to have people be passionate about it as well as they're watching, not just saying, oh, it's good, I like it, but just explaining why, and letting us know, hey, this connects with me in some way, and all that. It pumps me up like a lot. Like it really gets me going. It makes me proud to be a part of something like this. And I've said it in videos before. This is our first time doing something like this. We're not movie stars. We're not Hollywood. We're not big time. We have no aspirations. I don't have any aspirations of being some big movie success. I don't. I mean, I'm realistic. I mean, it probably has to do with the fact that guys like us, we're left in the dust. It's up to the new generation of all that. We're past our prime, but still, I love the process. I love everything involved. It's fun to me, and to be able to tell the story on a grander scale, and it's fun. Like, on our level, you're not doing something like this to make a buck. If we were in Hollywood making big blockbusters, that'd be one thing, but random dudes in Texas, you don't get into filmmaking to make a buck. You get into it because that's what you freaking like doing. And I've always liked making content. I've done it for 2 decades now, half of that on YouTube, and now I graduated to doing a movie. And I know that not everybody is going to like it. That is just part of making anything, much less a big movie that people have been waiting on. And I get that it's not going to resonate with everybody, and but I think that I think if you're a fan of the channel and just a fan of what we, the spirit of what we do, I think you'll get a kick out of it for the most part. And I'm happy with how it turned out. Would there be things that I would change in it? Well, of course. No movie's perfect, and perfect is a stupid way to describe any movie, because objectively speaking, no movie could be perfect, because a movie is a subjective thing. So it can't even be described in that way. Now, we can kind of morph the definition of perfect, I guess, and equate it to, how our experiences when we watch a movie and say, well, I'll bring up, I guess, Terminator 2 again, perfect movie. If it's we want to judge it on that scale. No, this isn't Terminator 2 or Aliens or any big time a movie like that. It's just a fun flick for you to sit down and watch and for an hour and 40 and just forget all the troubles in the world and just have a chuckle or two, maybe get touched a little bit, and then it's what it is. That's what most movies are. And I do enjoy the fact that a lot of you are, I guess, you understand the tone that was being presented, and a tone is a very hard thing to seek out and accomplish if that's what you're set out to do. I've seen so many people say that it captures that 80s movie feel of nostalgia, and like a Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I've seen that several times, and that was the intent. That was set out to do with the tone, and I'm super happy that is how people are perceiving it, because that's a very difficult thing to do, and that's one thing I was really worried about. Is the tone gonna translate? Because you can go into it saying, hey, this is what I want the tone to be, but sometimes it's just not going to work out, because just the performances on camera, sometimes they just go in a different direction, and then you go in with the editing, and the editing goes into a different direction, but not necessarily a worse direction or a bad direction, but just a different direction. And I don't know that it would have worked on this one if it went to a different direction. So I'm glad that I was able to stick to the formula, to the plan. And I didn't have to. I don't think I had to force it too much to kind of stay on that path. But it seems to have worked. So that's a good thing. No, not everyone's going to laugh at all the jokes. No, not everyone is going to be touched by the touching moments. That doesn't sound right, but you can understand what I'm trying to say here. But that just goes with every movie. That's what's going to happen. It's been a fun journey, and it's really, it's crazy. It's crazy that everybody that backed it can now see it. Everyone who's backed it can now see it. Now, will they be? I know this is going to be asked, but will they be available to sell digitally? Probably by the end of the year. We're not allowed to do it right now per contract. We can sell physical, so Blu-rays. You can still buy a Blu-ray, just not digital right now. This is everybody that can see it right now is the backers. So the backers are able to see it months before everybody else, and it is kind of it was a little scary. I'm not gonna front. It was a little scary, and also it's strange to dedicate 5 years of your life. 5 years of my life I've been putting towards this. I've about a year and a half of just script writing, because again, never wrote a full length script, so you take your time on it, and you try to you mess up, and you're like, that doesn't right, and you do it over and fix things and that. And then there was the fundraising part, and the pre-production, and then the shooting, and then the post-production. So it's been about 5 years of my life, and it's just funny to think about 5 years of your life condensed down to an hour and 40 minutes. That's it. Like 5 years of your life condensed down to an hour and 40 minutes for people to watch. It's depressing in a way. It's exciting, but it's depressing in a way, because it's almost like this anticipation of, and it's that anticipation. Like, it's hard. It's so hard to explain. I'm sitting there fumbling over my words because I'm trying to explain something that I don't know how to explain. You just have, so you pour your heart and soul into something for so long, and then people are watching it, and it's just gone. Then now it's gone. It's gone like that. Now, hopefully it'll be something that people can enjoy forever. Certainly people will continue to watch it again and again and again, and that's fine. That's what you want. But still, it's like, oh, release date's here. An hour and 40 minutes after that, it's all right, it's gone. All right, now that's finished. But yeah, so long, so many missing events, and not being able to do things that I wanted to do with other people. And I'm not sitting here saying that in a oh, woe is me or anything like that. I mean, I chose to do this. This is something that I chose to do, and I felt strongly about it. I enjoy it. It's my passion. Maybe not specifically movies, but just creating things, and making people trying to make people, smile in a oftentimes shitty world. I get passionate about that. So if I can do that, then I guess I have some sort of purpose on this floating rock, and hopefully leave something behind. And speaking of leaving something behind, it's kind of like one thing I'll just kind of say before I end it is, this, for those of you who saw it, this was a love letter to my grandfather. This wasn't something that was just like, oh, this would be cute, let's just write this up. It's the heart of it anyway. Sure, some of the gags were just cute things written up because this movie needed gags, but the heart of it, the thread throughout the entire thing, is not something that was just made up. It's from personal. This is from a personal level. My grandfather, I never got to actually say goodbye to my grandfather. So this was, in a way, my chance to do that. And I don't know. I think you'd be proud of it. I think you'd be. It's one of the reasons I also wanted to keep it PG, because the tone, I wanted to be in the tone of like an 80s movie, and those PG 80s movies, but also like he was a pretty he wasn't a foul-mouthed dude, so I wanted to keep it respectful to him as well. So, and I'm glad in that aspect that a lot of people have been able to relate to that, and so I see some comments of people that kind of like they'll see that part of it, and I can relate. So that's really cool. I like that. But yeah, no. Anyway, this is I guess going on a little longer than I thought. It's 14 minutes. I'm sure I'll have more to say. As the days and weeks and stuff go on. But anyway, for this video, thank you for watching. And like I said, like if you don't have, if you're having issues with like receiving your email, just leave a comment below. If not, just tell me what you thought of the movie. Comment below, and comment below, right? Anyway, thank you very much.